Well, if you're a student, let me tell you, don't be over-specialised. You know, if I was just an economist, well, I wouldn't have the answers. Or if I was just a political scientist, well, I don't have the answers. Or if I'm just spiritual, that's not in itself the answer. You need competence in all these fields. Am I claiming a competence in all the fields? No. You can't be a specialist in everything. But in some sense, you know the way you want to go. Look, I'm not going to be 100% right, am I? If I'm just marginally more right than the next man, well, I'm happy. At least I'm going in the right direction. This is trial and error world we're in. That's what the world of uncertainty is about. My spiritual thesis is that you can't live with such without the right values. You can't be happy in this world of good and evil except by loving God. And you can't love God unless you're convinced He loves you. And that's not enough. You've got to learn to be convinced He loves all. Or your happiness goes down the drain. Man, it's a hard lesson to learn sometimes. Sometimes it's not. Good soul advises you and guides you, and you happen to listen to the right guide. By the grace of God, of course. There's no uncertainty or risk with God. That's the thesis, isn't it? We start with this assumption. Our model is very simple. It's an all-powerful God that loves us. And the reply is, well, that's not very realistic. I mean, hang on, this doesn't look valid. What makes you think that? And the response is quite simply, because when I think otherwise, it doesn't work. I'm a pragmatist. I do what seems to work. And if I find in the long run even it doesn't work, then I try desperately to think again. So in the end you throw out established religion, though it's been going 1,000 or 10,000 years. It's got to work. That is the acid test in the long run. Wow! Because our God is a God of solutions that work, such that He could create a fantastic universe that we cannot imagine could be created by anyone less. Does this assumption hold up in the long run? Well, in the extremely long run, obviously, the jury's still out. But you may find it's working very well in the short and medium run. So you'll continue going in, hopefully, the right direction. Quite simply, our God is assumed to be God of the eternal. Eternal heaven, eternal life. For Him, it works in the long run. If you want to have the long run, you've got to have the same values. Or at least values that are in harmony with such. I guess that means the same values. The person who obeys you may be willing to kill you when your back's turned. person who loves you, cares for you whether your back's turned or not. Choose you this day whom you will serve. Bless you. Thank you, Heavenly Dad.